So the pathogenesis will vary for a bacterial pneumonia and a viral pneumonia. And among the bacterial pneumonia also, the Streptococcus pneumonia will cause a particular type of consolidation, whereas Mycoplasma will be totally different. So we will read about why this difference exists. So coming to the viral pneumonia. Usually viral pneumonia spreads along the airways. So the infection usually spreads along the airways and it causes injury to the respiratory airway epithelium. So what happens when the epithelium is affected? It results in necrosis. So cellular debris is there. There will be some secretions can be present. Mucus hypersecretion can be present. Because of that, the airway gets obstructed. And because of this obstruction, it can result in atelectasis. Viral pneumonia is most often an interstitial edema picture. It doesn't cause a lobar consolidation like a bacterial pneumonia. Okay. So viral pneumonia, understand that it spreads the infection along the airways. It directly affects the respiratory epithelium and that causes cellular debris, mucus hypersecretion and airway obstruction leading to atelectasis, and it is an interstitial pneumonia picture. Whereas bacterial pneumonia, each bacteria is different. So let's talk about Mycoplasma pneumonia, which causes the atypical pneumonia in older children. Mycoplasma is quite similar to viral pneumonia. What happens here is, similar to viruses, it also attaches to the airway epithelium. When it attaches to the airway epithelium, it will cause the necrosis of the respiratory epithelial cells. It can cause inhibition of the ciliary action, okay, and it spreads along the bronchial tree. So this picture is similar to a viral pneumonia. Next, Streptococcus pneumoniae. Okay. So Streptococcus pneumoniae will produce local edema. So Streptococcus pneumoniae, we know that it is a lobar involvement. So why? Because this organism will go and cause a local edema like picture, and that it proliferates in that particular boundary. Okay, so there is a local edema and within that it keeps proliferating. So that's why it is a focal lobar involvement. Okay, so this is Streptococcus pneumoniae. Next one is group A Streptococcus. So group A Streptococcus will have a more diffuse lung involvement. Only Streptococcus pneumoniae has this focal lobar involvement. Group A Streptococcus will have a diffuse lung involvement and an interstitial pneumonia-like pattern. Staphylococcus, we know it has this cavitation, nematoceles, etc., isn't it? So why this Staphylococcus is more prone for such a presentation is, it causes confluent necrosis. So it causes necrosis, and then confluent areas it causes necrosis, and those becomes cavitated and results in nematoceles. So this pathogenesis we have to understand, and then this will translate in the radiological findings which will help us in identification of the organisms. So recurrent pneumonia, I have a separate presentation on recurrent pneumonia, so I am not discussing that over here. You can go through it. It is a detailed presentation. So that is a very practical approach of how you deal with the recurrent and the persistent pneumonia. So I want